Nessa girl, I done woke up this morning and so much has changed since last night when it come to people's statuses, child. Allegedly, NeNe Leakes don't broke up with her boyfriend, the man she was dating after Greg. Babyface don't got kicked off Anita Baker tour. And then we gonna also talk about the ratings on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and the consolation of the cocktails and queens. Wanna talk about it? Here you go. Nessa girl, although we have not gotten an official statement from NeNe Leakes or her boyfriend, word on the curb is that they have allegedly broken up. NeNe has been posting cryptic posts about what a narcissist is, and she also did another little video really quickly talking about how the fans were asking her to talk about various things, and she's not going to, but that she has entered her soft girl phase where she wants to be taken care of, and she's tired of taking care of other people, and she just wants to be happy. And you know what? I just want her to be happy too. You know, NeNe Leakes has given us a large stretch of her life on a very public platform. And after her debacle with Bravo, leaving the show, all the drama that took place across the years of being on the show, dealing with Greg with cancer, and then Greg's untimely passing, when NeNe Leakes got with this new gentleman, I was really happy for her. I was like, okay, you know what? This is her new phase of life. She's done with the reality TV thing. Greg is gone. This man is here. And you know what? Maybe or maybe she won't come back to reality TV or the entertainment business. But she can take her money and she can go live happily ever after with whomever she wants. Now, the relationship, as far as the rumor mill starts, as far as the rumor mill is concerned, came under a lot of scrutiny because y'all was talking about he got a wife, that man got a wife, and she messing with a married man. And I want to address that really quickly. You know, I think in 2023, the whole dealing with a married man sometimes can be a game of semantics, right? I think if somebody is in the process of getting a divorce, you can date them. If they're in the process of getting a divorce and there is no intentions on going back to that person, you can date them. I went to lunch yesterday with a friend who's dating somebody, and she said she was dating them when they started dating. The man said, I want to tell you something, and this is a tip for you guys right here. He said, I want to tell you something. He said, you know, I'm going through a divorce. Now, ladies and gentlemen, both of y'all have been tricked. That is the oldest excuse in the book. I'm going through a divorce. But what she said was she asked him, let me see your text messages between you and your wife. And based on the conversation in the text messages, she was able to deduce, okay, they are going through a divorce. Now, since this alleged breakup news has come out, Larry Reid has posted a clip that he withheld from his previous posting of NeNe Leakes' interview, where she was saying, listen, if he is with her, I'm not making him be here. You can gladly have him. He can go back over there if he's yours, but he's over here. Okay, I'm not making him be here. I didn't take him from nobody. Nothing like that. When it comes to a situation like that, where I'm not the one, the person cheated on you with, I didn't break up your home, I met this person, they were not with you, they don't go home to you, I think that that is okay. That the whole married thing is just a technicality. Now, you ain't just gonna sit up here and there be no forward motion. I need some paperwork to be filed, and I need some monies to have been paid, and I need y'all to be going through the process. But I say that to say, all the smoke that y'all tried to give NeNe about her being with a married man, I don't see it that way. Now, it's unfortunate that they did break up because I did like them together and it looked like she was having a good time. But you know what? Some people are put in your life just to have a good time and not a long time. And you know what? If this man's purpose served no other reason than to get her through Greg, then job well done. Wouldn't it be something if this was going on the cameras on the Real Housewives of Atlanta? I don't watch the show anymore. I stopped watching it a few seasons ago. I haven't seen any official reports, but the scatterbutt that I'm seeing on the internet says that the ratings are in the toilet and that the network is scrambling. You know, they are setting Portia up for a soft return. It's obvious that Portia is in good standings with Bravo because she was on Watch What Happens Live yesterday. They're grasping at straws. At this point, I always say if ever you get lost, go back home. Hence me moving back to Miami, right? Whenever you get lost, go back home. What do I mean by that? The original premise of this show was showing us a glimpse into the lives of the rich and fabulous and people we did not know. Real Housewives of Atlanta, go back home. Get us a new group of women who we do not know, who are deviate from this shit we're seeing in Atlanta. Because this is the Atlanta reality TV, Instagram, social entertainment industry, social scene. Really do your due diligence and try to find us a group of women who do not operate on that scene and in the future won't have any interest, even after breaking out on TV, in operating on that scene and show us their lives. Now, it's going to be difficult because most women that operate at that level have jobs or have husbands that have jobs that don't permit for them to be in the traditional reality TV landscape, but change the game. Let's change the narrative from all the fighting and the drama and show us the shopping and the love making and the da-da-da-da-da and the ups and downs that rich people go through, the divorce issues that rich people go through, the family issues that rich people go through. Show us somebody rich marrying somebody poor and their family doesn't approve. Show us somebody rich of one race marrying somebody of another and their family doesn't approve. There are so many avenues we can go if y'all would just deviate from the formula, stop being lazy, venture out and attempt to be creative. Now, speaking of ratings and shows being canceled, a lot of y'all have been asking me what happened to Cocktails with Queens, right? And then some of y'all have even gotten my comments. I had to get one lady together yesterday because she got in my comments, and just created this whole narrative. She was talking about, Funky Diva, you need to watch Claudia Jordan because she sold the Queens with Cocktails up the river in order to do that show with y'all 5 days a week and shit, do y'all the same way. And I'm like, ma'am. I'm like, how the fuck I work for the goddamn company and you know more than I do? All right, and I put in the comment, I said, baby, you give Claudia way too much damn credit because, hell, Claudia got the same phone call that everybody else got in reference to the goings-ons over there at Fox Soul. So for the record, when it comes to the cancellation of Queens with Cocktails, I'm going to tell y'all what I know. Absolutely nothing. Them people ain't said shit to us about nothing, okay? Listen, a few weeks ago, them people called us. They sent us an email and people said, we want to talk to y'all about the future of TGIF. A couple days later, we got on the phone call with the people. They said, guess what? We got good news. Y'all going to 5 days a week. Y'all to be going from 8 to 9, 5 days a week. Okay? Now, this is me on the line. When they said 5 days a week, I said, well, Monday, that's the Queens with Cocktails time slot. So what's going on with that? Now, in that moment, I possibly did think, okay, maybe they're going to go away. Maybe they're going to shuffle them around. About a week or two later, we got the news, and I heard it the same way y'all heard it. Quiet as it's kept. I haven't even talked to Claudia about this. They said that the Queens with Cocktails last day was going to be June 16th. We start June 20th. And then they broke the news to y'all. Those people at that network have not sat us down and said, this is what's going on. This is why they're being canceled. This is what's going on at Fox Soul. There are a lot of changes going on over there, and I don't know what's going on. Now, if they have sat down with the Queens with Cocktails and explained to them what was going on, I don't know. Maybe they have. Maybe they haven't. Have I talked to Claudia about it? No, I have not. Will I talk to Claudia about it? I probably will not because Queens with Cocktails is none of my goddamn business. All right? That is not the show or the entity that pays me. My only concern as it relates to my tenure at Fox Soul is TGIF. All right? So that's all I know about the cancellation of Queens with Cocktails. I thought that it was a great show. If I had to guess, and this is 100% me speculating, if I had to guess, my thought would be one of two things. A, they probably were expensive because they've got bigger names, right? And B, maybe the format and the setup doesn't fit the direction that the network's trying to go. And the reason why I say that is because the 4 women, 5 women panel show idea has been done and beat into the ground. So as the network begins to reposition itself into the future, maybe somebody's made up in their mind, we know we're not going to do anything with the 4-woman platform show, so let's just end it now. I don't know. I do know that the show was performing well and that people did enjoy it. But that's all I know about these queens with these cocktails. Now, child, let's talk about Anita Baker and Babyface, baby. Child, I did a video yesterday. We were talking about all the goings-ons with Anita and Babyface, and she was telling Kenny to call his crazies off, so on and so forth. And then, bam, couple hours after I posted the video, bitch, it came out that Anita Baker has put Babyface off the tour. Now, here's the thing, right? In my honest opinion, I think that it was in the best interest of both parties to sever ties, right? Like, it ain't no need in being in no contentious environment if they're not getting along. Babyface don't need it. Anita Baker probably needs the money more than Babyface does, but apparently she realized she don't need the stress, and then she's doing all right. She says, hell, I went 30 years without doing shit, and it was just fine. I'll be all right with these little bit of coins I made from the Vegas residency plus this tour I'm doing right now. I think it's in their best interest. Anita also put that refunds will be issued accordingly. So I imagine whoever wants a refund, because Babyface will not be there, they will probably get a refund. Now, will she add another act to the tour? Maybe, maybe not. The reality of the situation is, I was about to say she don't need one, but the fact that they added somebody to it suggests that maybe she does or did. I know that she did extremely well in Vegas. When I went to see her show at the Venetian in Vegas, she said that she broke the record for the most sales in her demographic. Okay, so that's like, I don't know how they group her, if it's 50 and above or legacy act, 50 and above female. I don't know how they categorize her, but she said she broke the record for the most sales in her demographic, which was a big feat, because that theater at the Venetian was a very nice size, and the demand for her tickets was so large that she had to add a couple weeks to the show on the front end of the concert, and the Vegas show was amazing. I went to the Miami show as well. The Miami show wasn't as good as the performance that she put on in Vegas. It was a little lazy in my opinion, but it was still a good show. Here's the thing, right? Of all the celebrities, Tank with the dick riding kind of turned me off. Now, we all know that Tank just sang backup with Avery Wilson and Shantae Moore for Babyface on his Tiny Desk, Babyface's Tiny Desk concert, and Tank's Tiny Desk concert comes out in one more day. Anita kicked Babyface off the tour, and Tank does a video talking about it, and it titled something to the effect of, "We always talk about protect black women, but who is going to protect black men?" And he's talking about, I just gotta say something. How you gonna penalize somebody for something that's not true? Tank, stay out of it. Like, the dick riding is embarrassing. No one asked you. It's not your beef. Babyface is just fine. He doesn't need Anita. It's not like he's not going to be able to pay. Babyface has probably got 14 times the amount of money, access, and exposure than Anita Baker does. Babyface is not being maimed in any way, shape, or form by quote-unquote being kicked off the tour. If anything, the only thing being hurt is his ego. Now, Anita does have a history of being difficult, but for all we know, that could be industry speculation, gossip, whatever the case may be. We were not there. We are not there. Anita Baker clearly stated that there was a white man in the background stirring up all this confusion, and because he couldn't have his way on the tour, and he represents Babyface in his camp, that he was trying to destroy it. Babyface ain't 100% innocent in this situation, the way I see it, right? And let me clarify what I said in a post earlier. I think shit started going downstream with them when they had the technical difficulties in New Jersey. They had a time limit, and Anita decided that in the amount of time left, she was going to do her whole set. I think that's where things went sour. Okay? I do think that Anita Baker could have allotted Babyface 30 or 40 minutes and cut her show short. However, contractually, it is her tour and he is a supporting act. A lot of y'all are getting caught up in the fact that he's a bigger artist, he's a better artist, he wrote, he's legendary. All of those things are true. However, all those things aside, he signed up to be a supporting act. No matter how big you are playing second fiddle to Anita Baker. If Beyonce signed up to be a supporting act to Anita Baker, she would be in the same position, regardless of how large you are. So you have to play your role. And if your ego and your camp is not going to allow you to play second fiddle, then don't sign up to play second fiddle. Babyface apologized to his fans that he would not be performing because he has to allow Anita to do the thing, right? But it was the way he did it. Babyface did, in my opinion, put that tweet out in a way that suggested it was Anita's fault. And maybe it was. So if it was, then Anita has to take all the smoke. But I feel like there's been bad blood and tension between those two ever since that moment. And listen, regardless of who is right and who is wrong or where the truth lies, if shit ain't going right, part ties. And that seems to be what they did. Tank, mind your business. Because this is looking real suspect right now. With you the only person coming out the woodwork talking, coming to the defense of Babyface. And I get it. But coming to the defense of Babyface at the expense of Anita Baker is disrespectful, in my opinion, because she is a legend as well. Stay out of it. Stay out of them people's business. Babyface gonna be all right. He gonna still book you. He gonna still work with you. You ain't got a dick ride. It's all right. Maybe he deserved to get kicked off that tour the other night. Maybe he deserved. Y'all, I gotta get out of here and go to the gym. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe if you're new around here. When I get back from the gym, I might call y'all hoes later. I'm about to find me a little motivation at the gym, but I'm feeling good and productive today. Bad.